That falling apart moment, that moment you feel like you're falling apart. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics, as is with this one. I hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. The channel names are at the top of the comment section below. You know, I got to thinking about in life that if you live long enough, likely you've had a moment or two or even more where you felt like you were falling apart. It could be due to a suddenly and unexpected event. It could be due to the breakup of a relationship, the sudden breakup of a relationship. It could be due to the loss of a job. It could be due to the loss of any kind of relationship for any kind of reason. It could be due to a diagnosis, whether it's the person themselves' diagnosis or someone else's diagnosis of someone that's loved. It can take your breath away at that moment, and you feel like you're falling apart. I must say that I have had my share of falling apart moments, and they're not pleasant moments to have. There are moments that I just had to go cry somewhere, or a moment that I was so stunned that I just had to get away and be to myself and just let myself emotionally feel whatever it is that I was feeling. And then for me personally, I pulled myself together, and I knew that if I didn't pull myself together, I wasn't going to do me any good, and I most certainly wasn't going to do anyone else any good. And as hard as it can sometimes be, pulling oneself together during times of crisis or suddenly an emotional time where you feel like you're falling apart, for me it was important always to pull myself together, because if I'm weak, then how can I support someone else? And so I've always believed in pulling myself together to the best of my ability, even if it's with shaky knees. You know, sometimes in life things can happen, situations can happen. They can take our breath away, take us off guard. And, we just don't know, we're stunned. And yet, at some point, it's important to pull ourselves back together. I have had those falling apart moments, like I've said. Usually I pulled myself together pretty quick, but I let myself have that kind of moment where I would just maybe go have a good cry, or call up someone and cry with them, or whatever. I think if you have lived long enough, you've likely had at least one of those moments. And they're not pleasant moments to have, but I don't think you're alone if you have had them. And so for me, I've had them in my life. And I must say, I didn't want to live in those moments any longer than I had to. I wanted to pull myself together to be even stronger and more resilient than I ever was and ever am. Okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.